Hello everybody and welcome back to Shephard's Permadeath Adventures. So this is a lovely welcoming committee, isn't it? Okay, time for a bit of ghost farm. So, we are on the second floor of this place now. And, yeah, what a lovely welcoming committee that we have just received. A lizard man right behind us and an imp just near enough in front of us. So let's take out this imp anyway to start with. Go from there. But, yeah, still battling on. Seeing what lovely treasures we can find. And see how big this place is. Because who knows? Who knows? I wonder what level I am now. Actually, it's been a few days since I've done my last recording. I'm level 30. It's been a while since I've been this high up in level, I have to say. Mr. Lizard Man down there is still standing by the sounds of it. That is for sure. Well, he's not now. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go and explore this area, see what we can find. There's a goblin over here anyway, that's for sure. And just take him down. I'm actually really starting to like the reflect enchantment. Oh god, what was I going to say? I suppose that a lot of kind of thoughts are going on for how much longer am I going to be doing seasons of Shephard's Permadeath Adventures. The answer is I'm not really 100% sure. I think, you know, this is season 3 now. And to be honest with you, I think I'm going to be going with these. I know I was going through a phase where I was wondering, was I going to just finish doing Shephard's Permadeath Adventures? But it seems to be like, you know, you guys really like my Shephard's Permadeath Adventures. You've always liked, like, you know, the first and second series was pretty good. Most of you enjoyed them, you know, if not all of you. You know, so I'm probably going to end up doing them for longer. I'm going to probably do them for as long as I can. I mean, holy shit. I must have about 1 health left. That guy just hit me hard.
Burn in hell.
I have another few seasons anyway, that's for sure. I'm probably going to keep on doing these, like, you know, I mean, Malevolence has come a long way, but it still has a lot more to offer, still, between what is going to be implemented between now and 1.0, and then we've got the expansion coming up. There is tons of stuff that still needs to be done. I'm probably going to keep on doing these until they're pretty much, until Malevolence is probably 100% done. And then come then, I'll probably end up doing maybe one more, something like that. And you know, one more season, the game is practically 100% done, and then I'll probably end up leaving it at that, but that's a long way away yet. You know, it's a good bit away yet before that's going to happen, so, you know, I could see myself having about, you know, a good 7 or 8 seasons at least, you know. Like, once the quests and banks are put in, I know this week Alex made an announcement stating that the quests are going to be in before the banks, due to, you know, the banks are, how should I put it, the banks are a lot more complicated when it comes to coding and programming, because it works completely different to that of a quest system. A quest system is actually quite simple to put in because, you know, there's not huge amounts of code, whilst with a bank you've got a sorting inventory, it's like having a second inventory, you have a sorting button, you have different categories, you're basically trying to create an infinite bank, and that requires a hell of a lot more coding than it would for a quest system or something like that. So, you know, because of that there is a few more bugs going to be in it because there is more code involved, so that means that, you know, it's going to take a little bit longer, and quests are practically 90% of the way done already. And, you know, the idea behind this is that Alex has, you know, it's been a while since Alex has put out an update, and what he wants to do is he wants to give you guys something new. He wants to basically, you know, he wants to have an update for you guys, and he doesn't want to keep you waiting any longer because it has been a while. So he's going to just finish off the quests because they're so close to being done, and that way it'll give you guys something new to experience and to play with whilst the banks are being finished. Like, the banks are pretty far into development now. They're pretty mostly done. It's just figuring out the last few kinks in the system. But because of the code being so heavy for something like this, it can take a while to actually get all the bugs and everything sorted with the banks. So he just wants to get the quest system so that you guys have something to play, like, what's something new to play with whilst waiting for the banks, because I know that a lot of you have been, like, you know, really eagerly awaiting for the banks. But he is doing his best. He's going to have it out as soon as possible. But before that, it's going to be the quests, so don't worry, you're still going to get the banks very, very soon. But yes, I'm going to wait until both banks and quests have been implemented. The reason for this is that there's going to be such a little time gap between the two that there'll be no point in me starting a brand new season just as soon as the quests come in. So I'm going to wait until both of them have been done before I begin another Shephard's Permadeath Adventures season. Because as a lot of you know, like, you know, the game is still in beta, and, you know, it's generally advised that when you get a new build you need to start over, because of the new build. It can cause files to basically intertwine and cause errors. Different builds can just, you know, they can have various effects. So it's generally advised to just start a new character, and that's what I do when it comes to new builds. I just start a brand new character. So there'll be no point in me starting a new character with the quests and then starting a new character with the banks, because, you know, I know it might not be 100% necessary to do this. Like, it's not always 100% necessary to start a completely new character with every update, but it's just something that I personally prefer to do. So, you know, I'm going to wait till both are out. I'm also going to see how well I run in this. If it's a case that I do run for a good bit longer and have a shot at the top spot on the leaderboard, or even very high on the leaderboard, I'm going to take it, because you know, I've never really took a stab at this before. Like, I'll be honest, I've never really took a stab at the leaderboard, so I figured now that I'm on the way to doing that, I might as well take a shot at it and see how I do. give old Dombo a run for his money. But yeah, there is without a doubt going to be plenty more Shephard's Permadeath adventures. I've kind of thought about it. I was worrying at one stage that I was worrying that they were maybe getting a little bit stale, you know, and it was one of my prime concerns. But like, you know, correct, by all means, correct me if I'm wrong on saying this, but I feel that I'm getting more and more confident as I go along. Like, I've been doing this, you know, I've been doing this on a weekly basis, say, for, you know, since last July, thereabouts, and my confidence is built a lot. You know, so I'm finding it easier and easier to just keep doing it now than I did before. So, you know, I was worrying about maybe my Malevolence Let's Play is getting a bit stale, and, you know, you guys thinking, oh, this is starting to get boring. But I try my best to, you know, just shit. I try my best to make it as interesting as possible. And I think I'm able to do that because, you know, I try my best to be as entertaining as possible. But yeah, I think I've got a good few seasons left in me yet. That's for sure. You know, I think it was just a self-confidence thing that was going in my mind for a while, where I wasn't really sure, but I'm pretty sure now that there's plenty more seasons to go yet. So, yeah. I mean, what I like to do is I like to... Like before, when I first started, I just kind of showed off Malevolence in the style of what I need to show off. You know, like I just showed what new features were coming in, things like that, and I was doing a few guides. I wasn't, you know, really delving deep into a playthrough. And I think by delving deeper and deeper into a playthrough, I think that people get to, you know, both players who already, like, people who already have Malevolence and play Malevolence, and both those that don't, you know, it's by doing these longer Let's Plays, I think it gives everybody a kind of a greater insight, because everybody's playing, like, everybody's playthrough is different, without a doubt. Everybody plays differently, and, you know, like, I've said this before, but like, if you watch Donbo's Let's Plays and Shohashi's Let's Plays, they're different to me. They're different play styles to me. They're different, you know, there is a difference in how each of us play. You know, and we all do things differently, and I think that makes it kind of interesting, especially for people who might not have played Malevolence before, because, you know, we're giving them an insight into the game, and we're giving them an insight into different possibilities within the game. Like, everybody's journey is completely different, and, you know, I think that by doing a longer Let's Play, or a longer season, it really, you know, lets people see the game for what it is, as opposed to just giving them a quick demonstration of a new feature brought in or anything. I prefer to do a long Let's Play of, you know, a long series of Let's Plays that basically demonstrates the new features time and time and time again, along with all the old features, so as that people can get, you know, a full-on look at everything within the game and how it all works together. That's kind of my objective here, because without a doubt, like anybody in the community knows, Alex has put a huge amount of work into this. This is about his 4th year working on this game, and he's had a very hard time with his illness and everything else, and yet he is still, working to great lengths on this game. He works a full-time job, he comes straight home from work, and he works on this, on Malevolence, until about 2 or 3 in the morning, every fucking day. And, that is fucking dedication. And, all I hope is that, my Let's Plays will help when it comes to getting the word out there for Malevolence. I really do hope. I really want to see Alex do really well out of this, because he fucking deserves it. He really, really, genuinely deserves it, because this is a fantastic game. Like earlier on in this season, I was stating why I like Malevolence so much and everything else, so I'm not really going to repeat myself to that degree again. But the game has it has everything that made the old school games brilliant, and he's just hit that on the head completely. He's just done really, really well with it. But yeah, I mean, Alex deserves everything. He's made such a great game, and I can't wait to see just how the game goes when it comes onto Steam. Malevolence has already been greenlit. He's just basically preparing the last few bits that is required, and it's going to be on Steam. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. I'll be looking very much forward to seeing new people on the forums, and it's going to be really exciting to see how it turns out. So yeah, I really do wish Alex the best of luck when it comes to Malevolence, because fucking hell, man deserves it. He's put so much into this, and he's been battling an illness whilst doing this, not a very pleasant one either, one which can cause great discomfort and pain and things, and it's not something that's curable either. It's just something that you have to, all you can do is just bear it, and that's it, and it's a horrible way to be. But yeah, I mean, like any man that can work as hard as he has, full-time job, and then going straight into this till he goes to bed, and then having to battle with that illness as well is, that's fucking dedication. And I'll be honest, I don't think that many people would be able to do that. I genuinely don't think many people would be able to do that. I don't even think I'd be able to do that. I'll be honest with you. I don't think I'd be able to. It's as simple as that. It takes a huge amount of dedication and determination and just complete and utter willpower to be able to accomplish what Alex has accomplished. It's amazing, and you know, I don't care what anyone says. You know, he really does deserve it. Without a doubt, he really does. You know. But yes, you know, it's one of the many reasons I really enjoy doing Let's Plays for Malevolence, because, you know, I as I said before, I absolutely love this game. I mean, this is my new Daggerfall. As anyone that has known me on the forums or whatever, you know, I'm a huge fan of the Daggerfall series. I've sunk more hours into that game than I've sunk into any other, especially in my childhood. And you know, this is going to be my new Daggerfall. I'll be honest with you. You know, I'll still be playing this in years to come. It's going to be one of those games that I just return to time and time again. And yeah, I look forward to many years of playing this. You know, but yeah, I mean, like, it's not just me. I know I've said this before in previous parts, but it's not just me. For anyone who might not be familiar with the Malevolence community, it's not just me that does Let's Plays for Malevolence. I mean, you've got Hooverla, he does Let's Plays as well. Shohashi does, Donball as well. There would be the three really well-known ones that will do them on a more regular basis. There's been a couple of other guys that have done the odd ones here and there as well, but you know, I just can't think off the top of my head whom, but you know, they're all really good at doing Let's Plays. I mean, Shohashi has been doing an awful lot of Let's Plays over the past while. He's been doing a lot of different games. Like he's done Wazhack, he's done a few videos on Echelon Book 3. He's done a bit on Pirates. Oh Christ, Heroes of a Broken Land. He's done quite a few different ones, and then Donball's done a few other ones as well. He's done Starbound, and I think he's done a bit of is it Faster Than Light, I think, is another one he's done a bit of as well. And then you have Hooverla, who's been doing Dwarf Fortress along with Malevolence lately as well. And then of course you have myself, who does quite a lot of different games as well. As many of you know, I'm doing RPG season at the moment, which is 5 different RPG games. You know, and I do a multitude of different genres when it comes to Let's Plays, but we all kind of started off the same. But Hooverla probably has the most experience out of all of us doing Let's Plays. He's been doing it longer than the rest of us. But you know, it's like I've from watching Donbo and Shohashi, I've seen, you know, how their confidence has grown when it comes to making Let's Plays. Much like myself, when I first started, I was never really sure what to say, and now it's kind of turned into a case of you can't shut me up. And you know, Shohashi has really gained a lot of confidence when it comes to doing Let's Plays, and you know, he's getting better and better and better with each video he does, and Donball's the same. He does some really good Malevolence videos as well. You know, and as I said before, for any of you that might not know these guys or might not be a part of the Malevolence community, you can find their YouTube channels on mine. I have them in the featured channels on my front page or my dashboard or whichever you call it. You'll find their channels, including Hoofala's there as well, and you should check them out, because between the lot of us we have a nice, you know, and if you are part of the Malevolence community, join in as well, because between us we have a nice different balance of gaming, of games, because like I said, Shaderless has done quite a few, I've done quite a lot as well. Dombo's done a few different ones, and they're all different genres, all different kinds of games, and there's a nice balance between all of us when it comes to the game. So do check out their channels, because they're exceptional let's plays that these guys do, and they're a lot of fun to watch. Like Shohashi did one there just this week, I think it was either this week or just at the weekend gone. It's called Frayed Nights, I think, if my memory serves me correctly, and it's a very unique game, to say at the least. It's got humour there, and it's an RPG, as I said, an unusual one, but it's very, very entertaining, and it looks really, really good. You should check it out. But yeah, I mean, you know, they're all great guys. They're, you know, the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Unfortunately, I've never had the actual pleasure of meeting them in person. But you know, they're the nicest guys. They'll always welcome you on the forums. If you're watching this and haven't played Malevolence but would like to, by all means, you know, you can go onto the Malevolence page and download the demo, try it out. Shit, I'm gonna get burnt. And sure, if you like the game, by all means, you know, if you'd like to get it, do. You know, and if it's a case that you ever need help, like we're between myself and Alex and pretty much everybody, you know, T-Noise, Bladderbeard, Sub, you know, Shohashi Dambo, you know, everybody, Aliofius, you know, if you ever needed a hand in any sense or any information, there's always somebody online, nearly at any point during the day, and in any time zone there's usually someone. I mean, like, you'd have one of the guys from the US that would be on if I'm not on, or you'd have one of the guys from, you know, from New Zealand or from Australia on if you're from that time zone. There's always somebody online, you know, on the forums in one form or another. It's very rare if there's never anybody on. So there's always someone there to help you out if you have any questions, and you know, they'll get back to you pretty quickly as well. Like, if not straight away, someone will get back to you within an hour or two, 9 times out of 10. So yeah, I mean, by all means, just, you know, join the community. You'll always be welcomed. I mean, I've never been a forum dweller. You know, I've only joined a couple of forums in my life, and I have to say that, you know, the Malevolence forums are completely different to any other, and you know, you're always going to feel welcome. So, you know, as I said, I'm really looking forward to seeing new people come along, and you know, new members to the forums when it goes live on Steam, and you know, I really genuinely look forward to it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, during my rambling, anyhow, I did find this, but there's not a hope in hell I'm ever going to be able to cast that anytime soon. 2,648 mana to cast. And it does 10,595 damage. Fucking hell. That is some fucking spell. Entertaining times. But yes, if you didn't happen to be watching this, and I'm sorry to those of you who have been watching this entire season, but I have to keep repeating it for those that might not have seen previous episodes. The magic system still requires balancing. This game is still in open beta, so please, any sort of complete and utter crazy imbalancing you might see in the magic system, Alex is well aware of it. It is on the list of primary fixes. It is going to be done very, very soon, most likely after the quests and banks, or maybe a feature after that, or somewhere along those lines. It is going to be done, do not worry. I know that those of you who have been watching this from the very start and have been following this, which I thank you all very much, because it's absolutely brilliant, and I'm really, really grateful for you guys watching. But for those of you that don't, please remember this game is in open beta. There are still things that need to be balanced. There are still things like there might be a few minor glitches, things like that. They are going to be fixed. This is not 1.0. It has not reached 1.0. This is still open beta, so please do be patient. And Alex will get them fixed as soon as possible. And again, sorry for those of you who have watched from the very beginning. I just have to keep reminding people, because people will, there's bound to be people who will see this that haven't followed from the start, and they'll be kind of going, oh my god, this game is broken, and they need to know about this, and that it will be fixed. So I do apologize for constantly repeating myself. It's something I don't like someone doing to me. I don't like people sort of repeating things over and over to me. It gets very annoying, but there are going to be people who have not played Malevolence that do not understand it's an open beta, and that do not understand that it is not at 1.0. They just I need to sort of ensure that they know. So I do apologize. But anyhow, moving on. So we have pretty much we've pretty much done this entire floor. During my entire fucking ramble, by the way, anyone of you that knows me at this stage, I do ramble on, so bear with me. I do have a tendency to ramble. But anyway, there is another floor to this place, so that means that we're going to be going on to the third floor in the next part, and we're nearly done here. Okay, there's either a secret door I missed up here, or this leads on to in here, so I'm going to go to here first because it's the furthest away from the next floor. But yeah, so if you are a bit of a Let's Play watcher, by all means, please do check out the other Malevolence community members' YouTube channels. As I said, I have them all put onto my featured channels on my YouTube, so please do check them out. There's Shohashi there, there's Dombo there, and there's Hufrula there as well, so do indeed check them out. And I also have the Malevolence YouTube channel also featured on there as well, where you will find the Malevolence podcast, which is hosted by Alex and Ryan Espan, who is the lead and official writer for Malevolence. He's the guy that has written about 99% of the books that you find in this, along with a few other bits and pieces of writing as well. So him and Alex have done podcasts. There's a total of 41 now. Like, you know, and they basically go on and talk about, gaming topics. They've had a couple of special guests on there. They've had the developer of Unreal World on there. Oh Christ, they've had a couple of different people on there. They've had Nicholas, who is the composer for Malevolence. They've had Karen on there, who does some of the voice acting for the game. She did the intro voice acting, as well as one of the characters and a couple of the NPCs as well, as far as I know. They had another guy on. I can't remember exactly where he fits in as a part of a company or as a part of a developer or anything, but so I just can't think off the top of my head, but it was the one where they talk about the Oculus Rift as well. That was another really interesting podcast, because being in Ireland, we're usually the last ones to hear about anything or get anything. It's just, I don't know, it's a strange system. It's kind of like the UK. The UK is generally the last to get, you know, any new products or anything like that in technological advancements. So I had actually never heard of the Oculus Rift until it was mentioned in that podcast, and it's a very interesting one as well. There's been a couple of others as well that have been on. There was an episode about cosplay, a very interesting episode about cosplay, and they got a special guest on for that, which is a pretty prolific cosplayer as well. So yeah, there's been some really interesting podcasts done. So if you may have never watched them, or should I say listened to them, do check them out. They're a lot of fun. There's some good laughs in some of them as well, so yeah, check them out. You'll find them on the Malevolence channel, which you can find through my channel front page in the featured channels. Anyway, we are done on this floor, and we are going to go on to the third floor in the next part, which is going to be, for me, in about 5 minutes, because I'm going to take a short break and go on to the next floor. But for now, I am going to have to leave it there. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed the video, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Thank you, and have fun.